What's going on? It's Oscar Cisneros. We're going to be doing a starter today on a 2012 Toyota 4Runner. So real quick, before we get started, I've never done one before on this particular vehicle, so let's just kind of go through it and let's do it together. So first of all, I have the vehicle lifted up. Always have a jack stand. Always, always, always. The way I lifted this car up is I used a pneumatic air jack here that runs off a compressor, that guy over there, and it uses air to lift the vehicle up. Really cool, super convenient. It removes the hassle. Step 2, remove your negative battery. Very, very important unless you want to have some explosion. No, I don't think you'll have an explosion, but you'll have some arcing down here. Next is we're going to be removing these 12mm bolts that hold this bracket for the brakes, because we need some room here. I am on the driver's side, and this is on a 4.0, so we have some shielding there, some bolts that we're going to take out of the way. Let's do that. The book has you actually remove the exhaust manifold. We don't want to do that. So let's start here. Here we go with our 12mm hooked up. Oh, no balls. Might have to break that free. And set that to the side. You also got one more right over here. Go ahead and break that free. I probably should use an impact gun for this. No big deal though. So now we got that bolt out of our way. Surprisingly, I'm not using gloves. I always use gloves. Now it looks like now we can get this guy out of our way. Now you don't want to disconnect these. Do that, you're going to be bleeding some brakes, and that will not be fun. So now that we got that out of the way, we're going to go ahead and remove this shield. It looks like it's held on by 3 10mm bolts. Let's find out. And then there's also a bolt there, 10mm. Let's get a extension on that. Got the extension, 10mm. Look at that, came right out. That is really cool. Snap-on magnetics. Hold the bolt for me. Real nice. Alright. Stubborn bastard, are we? 2 down, baby. Last one. Oh, stayed right there. Guess it wasn't magnetic on that last one there. I really don't know how this starter is going to come out, but I guess we're going to find out. Now it looks like that shield is out of our way. And it fell down. Looks like it got caught on the belly pan. And there that is. Next, we're going to be removing the cabling. Looks like we got one right here, and then a little further down, that blue and black cable there. Come on. Anyways, that blue and black cable there, and then looks like we have our starter bolt right there, and then the other one is slightly up above it, right over there. Kind of hard to see, but right there in that area. So let's start with the simple stuff here. I'll get that last guy removed right there. Boom, got it removed. So next I'm going to remove this one right here. It's a 12mm that holds this cable here. So let's do that now. This one I got my arm underneath the rail, and I got my electric wrench. Boom. Looks like our bolt fell down in the belly pan there. Right down in there. See it? Make sure every time you drop a bolt, make sure you grab them, guys. There it is, 12mm. Set that to the side. These two are for my brake bracket. This is for my shield. This one so far is for the bracket. I'm sorry, for the cable for the red side. This is the blue and the black one. You can tell because one of them's larger. Yeah, because I'm making this video as a reference here. So once you got that out of the way, looks like there's also another cable here that is holding, sorry, right in here there's another cable, so that looks like that cover pops out. So let's go ahead and grab a picker. Snap-on has this real cool tool. They call it a cotter pin removal tool. I call it the little finger. You get in here and it just kind of works magic. See if I can zoom in for you guys. See what's really going on. So I got that side popped out. Sorry, my big old hand's in the way, man. Sorry, guys. So once you pop it out, you can use a pick or whatever, and then this folds right up. Look at that. Anyway, so you get the gist. Folds up, and look at that. You got another bolt under there. That one looks like it's a 13, so let's get 13 on there. Gentlemen, I stand corrected. That is another 12 millimeter that holds that cable there. Set that to the side, and it looks like now we got this out of the way. Now we still have the connector. This guy right here, I got disconnected. This is the input or the signal on switch, and that hooks up right down there, right here where my index finger's at. So it's going to be plugged in like so. Just squeeze this tab here and it should just pop right out. So now that we got all that out of the way, now we can just kind of position it at a harm's way. I went ahead and I pulled the harness up through here and I just slid it up here above the control arm, so that's kind of nice and out of the way. So now we just have 2 bolts and that starter comes out. So if you look there, there's one right there. It looks like I can get this one through the bottom. Let's find out what size sock that is. So that is a 14 millimeter. Looks like I can get a socket and a ratchet on there at the bottom, and it looks like I should have some good leverage. And then once I got that broken free, sorry guys, not the best angle there. So now I'm going to get my electric on. You know, these electric ratchets, man, they're such a game changer. As you can see why. Look at that, makes cake work out of it. 14 millimeter. Set that to the side. Now we got one more, and that one's going to be a little bit more challenging. I think I might have to go underneath the car for that one. So let's do that now. Now there you can see the shiny bolt. That's our next victim there. So let's go ahead and get an extension and a wobble socket and get that guy removed. So I got my wobble 14. And got our 14 broke free. Keep in mind, I don't know if you're replacing this because your car didn't want to start or because it's just acting up. We're replacing this one because it acts up when it's cold, and we just want to have some preventive maintenance on it. And if you're going to do this, make sure that the engine's not hot, or else you can have a pretty bad day, because it's right next to the exhaust manifold, right? And you don't want to hurt yourself. So now that we have it broken free, we're going to go ahead and try to break this bad boy loose. As you can see, now I'm just going to take some finagling, get it out of here. And you're watching live. You are watching it live. Look at that. And our starter is out. So here's the old starter. But as you can see, we're going to replace it with another one that we got here. And we're just going to get this guy put in. It's actually not too bad. It's actually pretty straightforward. So you know, all you got to do is just pretty much reverse the process here, and you're pretty much set and ready to rock and roll. Any other tips that I would give? I can't think of any at the moment. You might not have to remove the side, like the bracket for the bolt. Maybe it's possible to do everything through the bottom, but I just wanted to do this just to kind of show you why struggle if you can just do a little bit better. Why struggle if you can snuggle? Come on. All right, with that being said, thanks guys. Check out the video, like it, subscribe. You don't even have to do all that. Thanks for watching.